Hi, I'm Ambar Krishnan. I'm a project director and director for instructor development at Human Factors International. So companies leverage a multitude of channels to engage their customers. And often these channels are owned by the different verticals. For example, the marketing would own a different vertical, technology will own a different vertical. And often these departments don't talk to each other because they feel that their perspective on how the footprint should be coming out is the best. This can lead to a poor and fragmented user experience. Poor adoption and high maintenance costs are some of the obvious outcomes. It's a bit like multiple architects trying to build rooms in a house without knowing anything about what the others are doing. Each of the room looks different, none of the doors match, and there is no way of getting about the house. It's very big. This problem can be very big for digital channels because we're dealing with so many different channels. Consider the different channels which are out there. Consider there are tablets, there are televisions, there are computers, there are mobile phones. And even with something called mobile phones, there's so many different types of devices out there. There's so much fragmentation to deal with. The issues which are involved with creating experiences across these devices are not understood by companies. They don't understand how to build cross-channel relationships across the different devices. The relationship that customers have with each channel is very different because they expect to engage with your service very differently, leveraging each channel. Research says customers live multi-screen lives, which means they engage with different screens. A television screen, a mobile phone screen, a tablet screen, a computer screen. And they use each of these screens very differently in context of your service. The kind of flow that they expect, the user experience flow that they expect across these different screens by research is said to be linear, synchronous, contextual, convenient, and seamless. Obvious first step here is to build a user experience strategy based on an ecosystemic understanding of how your users engage with each digital channel. It's essential to build a pervasive information architecture which provides the overarching framework for building cross-channel relationships. Based on this blueprint, you can leverage the strengths of each channel and build a user experience flow which spans across. Now, getting the details right across channels is not easy because each channel has its own nuances in terms of the kind of experience you're trying to create. What this means is that if you create too many versions which don't talk to each other, you leverage the wrong technologies, for example, you're building applications across each of the channels, that can be very expensive for you. Consider leveraging web technologies because they are cheaper and they span very easily across the different devices. Responsive web design methodology, very current thinking, talks about how can you create a contextualized experience for each of the channels at the same time providing a user experience flow that spans across. Ultimately, getting cross-channel design right is about building a thread which connects the macro picture with the minute details, making your customers go wow every single time they connect with your service.